This is the Christopher Complex coming at you this evening, live from New York. Saturday night, no, it's not. Live from New York, it's Thursday night. And if you up grinding, and if you up doing what you gotta do, I just want to encourage you. Keep grinding on, keep grinding on, keep grinding, keep grinding, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, because you gotta do it, because you got to make the world better. It's something that you got. Is going to make that world, the world, better. Your world locally, statewide, countrywide, global, and galaxy-wide. You got to keep grinding. Believe in yourself. I know it's late. Maybe you're on the East Coast and it's late already. Maybe you're already 3 o'clock in the morning somewhere in the world and it's late. And you grinding and you know you can put that one more ounce of energy into it. Keep going, keep going. Don't stop. Like, did he say? What did he say? Don't stop. We won't stop. Don't stop. So I'm coming to you this evening to say good evening, grinder. Good evening, one that's creating right now. Good evening, one that's innovating. Good evening, that person that's sitting down doing that code that's going to create an application for me to do my thing, to make my journey better. Good evening to that person sitting down studying so that if someone gets sick they can come to them and get healing. Good evening to that painter that's sitting there trying to figure out how to finally get that one little thing to do that little thing. Good evening to that person that's sitting there talking to the ancestors and trying to figure out how dope was they and what did it take for them to get to be a master, to be so dope. Good evening to that person that knows that they got to get up in the morning and exercise. Good evening to the mothers that are getting the family to bed and just got that last breath to just sit down finally and go, you grinding too, Mom. You grinding too, Pops. You grinding. We all grinding. But let's not use that word lightly, grind. What are you grinding for? It's got to be for a better life. Not just for monotony. Not just for routine. Why are you doing this? You should go to bed tonight happy. Regardless if you got crazy bills. Regardless if stuff ain't completely right. Because if you have a grind that's important to you, you know you're going to be happy. Because you're working on your plan. You're working on the things that you always wanted to do. So sometimes you're only going to have 5 minutes to do your thing. Sometimes you're only going to have your phone. Now, I know they say turn your phone off before you go to sleep, but if all you got is 5 minutes, take your phone and hit somebody up on LinkedIn. Go on LinkedIn and get that premium. And connect with somebody that could possibly get you there better. Get you better contacts. Get you there faster. That's what I meant to say. Get on the phone and use your phone and use those apps that were created by grinders in the past to help you get there a whole lot quicker. Maybe it's to study something. Maybe it's to read something. Maybe it's to soak something in. Maybe it's to go on YouTube and learn something. Maybe it's to see how to put chord progression together. Maybe it's to learn how to write a script. Whatever it is, go ahead and keep on grinding. You got to grind in the bed. Get you some tea. Lay in the bed. Get your mind right. Get your mind clear. Take a couple of deep breaths and breathe. Meditate. Maybe you're sitting in China and you got some a clothing line going on, and tomorrow's a big day. The big dream is all going to happen tomorrow, and you just got to get that last bit in. Maybe you're sitting in the studio trying to bang out that beat, and you sitting there saying, I'm dry. There's nothing innovative. There's nothing new. Where am I going to pull from? Pull from the past. Grab a record. Grab something from your memory and just pull from the past. If you sitting in the studio somewhere and everything sounds the same, everything sounds like everybody else, you sitting there, you know you're getting ready to grab somebody else's work, a sample, because you ain't grinding enough to get your own innovative, your own creation out. If you got numbers that you got to crunch tonight, and those numbers got to be right, grind them out. Whatever it is that you're doing, I'm only calling in live and direct from Brooklyn, New York. I'm telling you right now, I'm grinding right while we doing this together. I'm doing it with you. I'm telling you, the reason why I'm doing this is to remind myself that I gotta grind. My situation ain't right. Keep looking at your situation. Is your why met? Are you past the critical mass? Can you pay your bills? Can you take care of moms and pops? Can you take care of people the way you want to take care of them? Hey, if one of your desires is to go into a restaurant and just pay for everybody, can you do that right now? If you can't do it, you got to keep on grinding. You got to keep on doing it. I just finished listening to a book, and the guy was just like, you got to go from good to great to unstoppable. I think his name is Tim Grover. Get your mindset like that. I know you want to sit there and say, oh man, I already need time to rest. You can rest when you go to sleep. And get a good rest when you sleep. But as long as you up, put another ounce in. Throw another free shot, a free throw. Get back on the court. Rhyme a little bit more. Sing a little bit more. Do your scales. Practice a little bit more. No, you don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. If you're a hairdresser, study hair a little bit more. Practice a little bit more. Artist, whatever you are, you got to grind it out. You mixing a formula. You're doing some chemistry for a new product that's going to help somebody or help the world get better. Maybe at hair, makeup. Whatever it is, man, just keep on grinding. We need you. Hell, we need me. Let's make the world better. In this climate where this situation is all like bugged out and confusing, man, we can produce better people. We can produce a better way, a better life. Take the spirit of the old innovators, ancestral innovators, creators, and they never stopped. Imagine if we didn't have a light bulb. Light. We never stop. If you're sitting there working on some of that AI, keep going. Know it's late. Maybe it's early wherever you can listen to this. But just keep going. Keep grinding. And I keep telling you, I keep coming at you to say good evening because I need somebody to be in my ear and be like, yo, you need to go. So if you need a coach in the box, cheerleader in the box, on the radio, on the podcast, I believe in you. And I think the word belief is everything. Believe only. Check out that podcast that I got on, Believe Only. It's right there in my archive. It's in the catalog. Believe you can do it. Believe. I come from a good heart, come from a good spirit, and just keep grinding. So grab some wheat, get your grinding stone, and get some of that strength and determination, and take your wheat and grind that thing into flour so you can create some dough. It's crazy. I'm in Brooklyn driving past a store called Toys R Us. Toys R Us died today. But 70 years ago, somebody created it. Bye, Toys R Us. Keep grinding, guys. And maybe your legacy 70 years from now will still be standing and won't have to have the same fate as Toys R Us. Anyway, this is the Christopher Complex. Just trying to say good evening, grinder. Keep on grinding. I know you're tired. I know you just put the kids to bed. But take 5 minutes, and if you can, take a couple of hours more. If it's not too late, keep on grinding. I'm going to grind too.